Good morning. Happy Friday. Good morning, whoever has just popped in. Welcome, welcome. We'll get started in just a little bit. Just going to see if anyone else is joining us this morning. And then we shall get to it. Okay. Oh, all right, I'll wait another minute or two and then we shall do. In the meantime, good morning to those that are watching live and those that are watching later. Welcome. Happy Friday. Happy yoga day. So just a couple of things. Starting with liability, since yoga is a very physical practice, even in slower, chiller classes, it's always very important to pay attention to your body, to tune in, to see what feels good, to see what doesn't feel good. So as we go through this practice, if things aren't agreeing with you, no worries, no problem at all. Don't be hard on yourself because you can't do it. Take a moment, come out of the pose, maybe take child's pose, readjust. There's no need to push yourself past your limit. You know your body and you know your practice. So really just tune in with yourself and be careful because I don't want anyone to get hurt. I want us to all have a very good time. And just by participating in this live class today, you are holding yourself accountable for any injuries, potential injuries. You'll be fine, I promise, that may occur. So just really touch base with yourself and listen in. The second thing is my live streams are donation based. They're greatly appreciated, but not mandatory at all. I've put in the comments. You can do PayPal, Zelle, and Cash App. It's all Lexiecoreyoga, which is this Lexiecoreyoga. For PayPal and Zelle, that's at gmail.com. If it's Cash App, then it's just that name without an email address. Okay, and the last thing, today's class, I am anticipating making it a little bit challenging, a little bit of core work, some upper body. So if at any point you are sick and tired of planks, you can just completely omit them from the practice altogether, or you can always modify taking knees, chest, chin, or child's pose even. Again, we're being kind to ourselves, we're listening to our bodies, we're doing what feels right for us. So if that ever gets a lot and I'm just like, it's fine, you're not getting tired, you're getting stronger, and you're just like, no, I'm tired, I want a break, take a break. It's okay. I probably will too. I have a lot of fun ideas in my head for today's class, but I'm sure I'm going to be modifying, so it's fine. And I'll also provide you with lots of modifications. Lastly, if you're into music while flowing, and you have Spotify, a good playlist to listen to today is, let me go through my playlist and see which one. Yeah, it is called Masterclass, and it's again by my username Lexiecoreyoga. It's a pretty fun one to do. I think it'll sync up. I haven't really messed the music yet today, but that's something good, or you can put on whatever music that you like. Have water ready, and we will get started now. This class will be about an hour long, give or take, so anytime you need a break, feel free, no pressure. When you're ready, let's meet on the mat here. Ooh. So So for today's class, we're going to begin in reclined butterfly pose or Supta Baddha Konasana. So you want to start by bringing the bottoms of your feet together. Allow your knees to open up wide. You can just walk yourself all the way down onto your back. Getting comfortable here. If your hips are just like, I don't want to be open and they're up here, you can always take books, props, pillows to add a little support. Or say no thank you support. And allow gravity to do its work, or rest even your hands on here and just start for a few deep breaths by gently convincing the legs to open up a little bit more. You can allow your hands to fall to the sides and begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling back on out. Breathing at your normal pace, just in the nose and out the nose. I want you to start to pay attention and start to count your inhales and your exhales. And notice if there's a difference. On the next inhale, begin to seek balance in between your breaths. So finding a nice middle number there, inhaling. Exhaling the same amount back out. Nice, slow and controlled. I take 3 more nice, slow, deep breaths just like this. One more. Good job. Moving on from here, we're going to take our hands and interlace them by the head, starting with our core work, starting to warm up our bodies with a little bit of fire. We're just going to begin with a very small crunch. So as you inhale, just lift the shoulders off the mat, maybe an inch or two. Exhale back down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Gotta do 4 more. Nice and slow. 2 more. Last one, up and hold. Staying here. Maybe as you inhale, lift up a tiny bit higher. You gotta take those fingers out from underneath of you. Point the arms up towards the ceiling. Find a little bit more lift as you interlace your fingers, and now point them in between your legs. And from here, we're gonna pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here in this pose. Breathe deeply. You've got this. Good. Keep holding yourself up. Bring the arms up to the ceiling. And now behind your head, we're going to crunch ourselves down for 5. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale down. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Good job. Take the arms out from behind you. Bring your knees up and together and hug them towards your chest. From here, we're stacking ankles, knees, and hips in one nice line. And doing a little bit more core work. So we're going to inhale here, point the toes. Exhale, flex the feet. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. One more time. And now we're going to work the core. So inhale, staying here. And now as we exhale, lower your legs down a third of the way towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale, come down 2/3. Inhale, come down to a hover. Exhale, let's bring the legs all the way up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. You've got this. Inhale to a hover. Exhale, bring the legs all the way up. Good job. Let's do this one more time. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. Inhale and lower. Inhale, lower to a hover. Bring it all the way up. Hug the knees into your chest again. Good. One more little bit on our back. Let's stack ankles, knees, and hips one more time. We're going to begin to scissor our legs. So just crossing back and forth, keeping them straight up. Inhale here. And now exhale, use the whole breath, lower them down. Inhale, use the breath, come up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. You've got this one more time. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hug knees in. Good job. Sway side to side here. Nice. We're going to inhale, hug that right knee in, and exhale, extend the left leg long onto the mat, working into our hips now. Using your breath as you inhale, guide that right knee over maybe an inch or two towards the outside of the right ribs. If you like, you can take some circles with your right ankle. Be sure to go in the opposite direction. And one more deep breath here. As you inhale, bring that right knee back to center. Exhale here, hold. Inhale, the left leg meets the right. Exhale, we extend the right leg long. As we inhale, that left knee just moves over about an inch or two to the outside of the left ribs. Exhale here. Breathing deeply and choosing the ankle roll with the left side now if you so choose. Good. One more full deep breath here. Inhale, bring left knee back to center. Exhale, stay. Inhale, let's bring the right knee to meet it. Exhale, hug it in. Create a lot of tension here. Inhale, we're still creating tension. And now exhale, we're releasing just the shoulders to the mat, still keeping the knees in a nice little ball. Coming back to our core work, we're going to come into boat pose or modified boat pose. So from here, just begin to rock yourself forward and back. And a little bit of momentum to sit up and allow your toes to rest onto the mat. Knees are bent. This is the first level of boat pose. You can bring your arms out to frame your legs here. And as you're ready, if you feel so, inhale, bring those toes up off the mat. Your calves are parallel with the floor. Exhale, holding here. Beautiful. Let's bring those arms behind us. Our fingers are pointing in the same direction as our toes. We're going to do 3 crunches now. So inhale here. And now exhale, we're going to extend all the way out. Inhale, bring yourself up to boat. Exhale, extend. One more. You've got this. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Inhale, come up and hold. Frame the legs again. Breathing deeply here for 3, 2, 1 more maybe. Straighten the legs if you choose. Exhale, bring those toes down. Cross the ankles, come over the legs. Tabletop. Good job. So for tabletop, you want wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And we're going to work into our wrist a little bit. So let's start taking some circles with our hips, shifting our weight into our hands as we come up and around. Be sure to go in the opposite direction. Good, returning to neutral, taking your fingers, pointing them to the edges of the mat here, and just sway side to side. Moving with your breath. Beautiful, returning both your fingers to face the top of the mat here. From here, we're going to rotate our right wrist, so our fingers go to the right, and then maybe, if you have the mobility, they swing all the way around to point towards the right knee. If they can't go quite that far, the 45-degree angle is good, as well as just having them out to the side. If your hands are out to the side, go ahead and lean into it. If your fingertips are pointing to the knee, you can stay here with your arm extended, or begin to micro bend the elbow, peeling that palm up just an inch or two, and then lowering it down. And one more. Nice. Let's rotate all our fingers back around the face of the top of the mat. And we do the left hand now. So going to which degree that you can, if your fingers just point to the side, go ahead and lean into that. Otherwise, if they come all the way around, again, keep the arm straight, or include that micro bend of the elbow to peel the palm up and press it back down. And one more deep breath here. And very slowly return those left fingertips to the top of the mat. We have another wrist warm up, but I want to make sure the rest of our body is ready for this flow today. So let's move through cat-cows. Inhale, drop the chest, lift the crown of the head. Exhale, press into the mat, round the shoulders, tuck the chin. Moving with your breath here, nice and slow between both of these poses. Good, one more. Perfect. Returning to a neutral spine now. We'll come in to thread the needle. So placing all your weight into the left arm, we're going to inhale, sweep the right arm up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread it underneath the left. Right shoulder comes to the mat. With your left arm, you have some options. You can keep it right where it is. Maybe walk the fingertips towards the top of the mat, getting an extra stretch. Maybe stacking shoulder, elbow, wrist, or even taking it into a little bit of a bind to help peel that left shoulder open a little bit more. Breathing here. Good, one more. If you've moved that left hand, go ahead and return it back beside your face. And as you inhale, begin to sweep that right arm back up to the ceiling. Exhale, place it down. Switching sides now, the weight is in the right. Inhale, send the left arm up. Exhale, thread it underneath the right. Go ahead and mimic with your right hand what you did on your left side. Breathing deeply. Good. 2 more deep breaths. Go ahead and return that right palm back beside your face if you've moved it. And inhale, send the left arm up. Exhale, set it down. Beautiful. Wiggling yourself back to having better alignment with table if you were like me and up here. And where else? All right, one more wrist exercise. You can sit back onto your heels. We're going to do what's called spaghetti and meatball. It sounds silly, but it is a really nice wrist warm up. So starting with spaghetti, you're going to interlace your fingers and basically do a word shape, but don't just like flip and flop through it fast. Go pretty slow and really feel the wrist as you come down. Maybe press your fingers into the back of it so you can feel the stretch. And be sure to go in the opposite direction as well. Taking your time. Good. And for meatball, interlace the hands together, really lock them in, and you're just going to take some circles with the wrist in one direction. And then be sure to go in the other. Might hear some pops and crackles here, and that's good. If it feels kind of weird or tense because maybe you don't do a lot of wrist stuff, don't worry about going too deep. You can stop whenever you're ready. Ooh, I'm done. So let's go ahead, release the fingers, shake them out. Return to tabletop position here. And let's start getting into this. So we're going to, sorry, I don't have today's class planned out, so it's just kind of what pops in my head. It'll be fun, I promise. We're going to do opposite hand, opposite leg. So let's really root in with our left hand and our right knee. From here, we're going to inhale, extend the left toes back behind us, pressing into the triangle part of our foot. Let's just start pulsing back and forth here, warming up our Achilles and our hamstrings a little bit. Keep the core engaged. You don't want to be completely dipped in like a cat pose. You want to be nice and stable here. Good. Stopping the pulse. Next, inhale. Let's lift the left leg up off the mat. And go ahead and point those toes. Feeling yourself really grounded into the floor, the strength that you have. Inhale, walk those right fingertips towards the top of the mat and then lift. Remember, core is engaged here, holding nice and strong. Good. 2 more breaths like this. Last one. Great. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, crunch elbow towards knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. You've got this. Crunch. Inhale, extend, hold here. Exhale, lower down. Good, and release anything you need to before we switch to the opposite side. So from here, inhale, let's extend those right toes, plant the ball with the foot, pulse back and forth. Good, stopping that pulse here. Using the inhale, lift that right leg off the mat, core is engaged. Next, inhale, walk those left fingertips forward and lift. Holding here. Good, using that next inhale, crunch elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch. 3 more. Inhale. Crunch. Inhale. Crunch. Last one. Inhale. Crunch. 1 full inhale here. Hold it. Exhale, lower it down. Beautiful. Take your fingertips about 6 inches further in front of you. We're going to tuck our toes. Not going back to downward facing dog just yet, but we will. Pressing into your palms, pressing into the balls of your feet. Lift the knees to a hover here. Holding and breathing. 2 more. Last inhale. Exhale, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Make this downward facing dog as wiggly as you like. Take any movements that feel good. Pedaling out the feet, moving the hips maybe side to side. And breathing here as you move. Don't mind me. Now, this is the first down dog, so be kind on yourself. Maybe you have a gentle bend in the knees. For alignment, make sure your index fingers are pointed towards the top of the mat. The inner eyes of your elbows are pointed up towards the ceiling. Your head is in between your arms, gazing in between your thighs. Tailbone is high to the sky. Next, inhale, let's come all the way up on the balls of our feet. Exhale, lower them back down. Heels are racing towards the mat. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And one full clearing breath here. Inhale. Exhale, side out. Beautiful. Moving our way to a forward fold. We're going to inhale, lift the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it in front of the left. Inhale, we lift the left leg. Exhale, step it in front of the right. So doing a standing split walk, nice and slow, all the way on up. Taking your time here. Maybe adjusting as you get closer, you come up on the fingertips. If you have blocks, you can also use them underneath your hands. Don't worry about this being your deepest or prettiest split. It's just a way to move forward. That feels pretty good. So once you get to the top here, bringing your big toes to touch, heels are slightly apart. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Again, you can take a bend in the knees to allow your chest to meet your thighs. Allow the arms to hang. You know what, let's wiggle walk our feet apart, maybe a little bit more for hips distance for ragdoll pose. All together, we'll inhale, halfway lift first. Exhale, fold. And then allow opposite arm to opposite elbow. And you have a few options in this ragdoll. You can sway side to side. You can bend and straighten the legs. Or you can just allow yourself to hang and let gravity do what gravity's going to do. But bringing your awareness back to your breath. Even inhales with even exhales. Got 2 more deep breaths here. Good. Lower your fingertips towards the mat as you wiggle walk your feet back together. Bending deep into your knees here as we inhale. We're going to begin to slowly roll ourselves up, one vertebrae at a time. Saving the neck for last. Arms come to the side. And exhale. Tadasana. Moving on to sun cell A's. Inhale here, sweep the palms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands through heart center, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, crown forward, tailbone back. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step back to a high plank. Inhale, we hold here. And now exhale, rotate your heels towards the right side, coming into a right side plank. Inhale, send the arm up. Exhale here. Good. Inhale. Exhale, now lower the left hand back down to the mat, coming back to high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, heels go to the left side. Inhale, send the right arm up, left side plank. Knee can always drop down as well. Good. One more inhale here. Exhale, hand back down, high plank. Inhale here, we're going to drop our knees down. And now exhale, knees, chest, chin. So lower your chest down to the mat, hug the elbows towards the ribs. Inhale, extend the body long, lift the chest, cobra. Exhale, come back to table and then straight to downward facing dog. Good job. 2 deep breaths. Beautiful. Next, inhale, standing split. Walk your way to the top of the mat, starting with the right leg. Nice and slow. Every exhale, you step down, and inhale, you lift up. Good. When you get there, a forward fold is waiting for you. Both feet are together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise all the way up. Palms sweep on this inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold right away. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale yourself to a high plank, holding here. Inhale here. And now exhale, drop knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, coming all the way down in your low plank. Hug those elbows into the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog, thighs off the mat, or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As you inhale here, come up on your tippy toes. Exhale, drop the heels towards the right side. As you inhale, walk the right hand out a little bit, and then send the left arm up to the ceiling. So a little bit of a modified side plank here from down dog. Good. One full breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lower that left hand down, send the hips back, come up on the toes, down dog. And then use your breath here. Hold one full breath. Next, inhale, we're up on our tippy toes again. Exhale, drop the heels towards the left side now. As you inhale, wiggle that left hand down a little bit more and then send the right arm up to the ceiling. Again, dropping down to the knee is totally fine. One full breath here. Good. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down to the mat. Send the hips up and back. Rotate on the toes. And exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Beautiful. Inhale here. We're going to prepare bending the knees. Exhale, step, hop, jump, float your way to your forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise all the way up. Exhale, sun cell A one more time with our weird plank modifications. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, back to a high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the hips towards the right side. Send the right arm up, right side plank. Doing great. One more inhale. Exhale, down to the mat, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, heels come to the left side, right arm comes up, left knee drops if need be. One full breath. Inhale. Exhale, bring yourself back to high plank, drop down to the knees, take knees, chest, chin now. Inhale, cobra pose, just lift the collarbones. Exhale, table to downward facing dog. Good job. 2 full deep breaths. Next, inhale, we're moving forward to a forward fold, so bend the knees, prepare, and use that exhale to send yourself forward. Step, hop, float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise all the way up. And now as we exhale, we meet chair pose. So bending into the knees here. Big toes are touching, heels can be slightly apart. Or you can also bring your feet to hips distance. See which chair pose feels better to you. Remember, tuck the tailbone, core is engaged, a nice straight back. Arms come up to frame the ears. Breathe here. Or use it as a chance to fix your hair. Good job. Take 2 more full deep breaths here. One more inhale. And now exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step yourself back, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, take it to a right side plank. Modification if need be. 1 full breath. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, take it to the left side plank. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, lower that right hand down. High plank. Take knees, chest, chin as you exhale. 1 breath, 1 movement. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, table to downward facing dog. 1 inhale. Exhale. Inhale, let's sweep the right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knee. Bring that right foot over to the left side for a hip stretch and 3-legged down dog. Try and keep your shoulders square to the mat here. Beautiful. Next, inhale, straighten that right leg, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, crunch knee to nose. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, crunch. Inhale. Last time, crunch. Hold here. Inhale. And now exhale, step that right foot in between your palms. Spin the left toes down about 45 degrees and really bend into the front right knee. As we inhale here, we're going to rise up, warrior 1. Alignment can be heel to arch, but if your hips are a little tight, you can always take your legs to be a bit more like on railroad tracks, and you'll give yourself the space here. Sweep the palms up to the ceiling. Good. 1 more full deep breath. Inhale here. Exhale, float the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. As you exhale, take low plank or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left toes up. Exhale, bend the knee, take the hip stretch towards the right. Squaring your shoulders to the mat here, breathing deeply. Good. 1 more full deep breath. Inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, crunch knee to nose. Inhale, up. Exhale, crunch. Trust me, I'm shaking. I feel tired too. You've got this. Crunch and hold. Inhale. Step that left foot as you exhale. Spin the right toes down 45 degrees. Bend into that left knee. Using your inhale, rise up, warrior 1. Again, adjusting the alignment of your legs to make space to feel comfortable here in the discomfort. Beautiful. One more full deep breath. Remember not to arch the spine too much. Stay nice and centered. Hips are square. We inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step that left foot back to meet the right. One inhale. And you can chaturanga if you like, knees, chest, chin if you like. You can also hold the plank or just go right back to downward facing dog. Know you have options, know you have modifications. Make this practice work for you. Then we'll all take one full deep breath in downward facing dog. Exhale, side out. As we inhale, let's bend our knees to prepare. Exhale, make our way to a forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to rise up through chair pose, just the inhale. Exhale, Tadasana, arms come out to the side. Beautiful. Let's inhale, meet chair pose again. Exhale here. Again, remember to do your little adjustments. Chair pose is always a pose that I never hit right away. I sit and then I have to do my little tweaks. And that's okay. Breathe in here. Adding on a little bit. As we inhale, let's shift our weight into our toes. Holding. Inhale here. And exhale, we're really going to sit down. You can even bring the fingertips to the floor for like a modified toe stand. One breath here. Exhale. Inhale, use the strength in your legs. Push yourself back up to chair pose. Exhale, shift the weight back to standard chair pose. Inhale, let's come up on the toes again. Exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, press into the legs, lift up, still on the toes. Exhale, chair. Legs are burning, I feel it too. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, we come down. Inhale, we lift ourselves back up on the toes. Exhale, chair. Hold here, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step it back, high plank. Inhale here to prepare. Exhale, take low plank, knees, chest, chin, whatever you like. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, we meet in down dog. One full breath. Next, inhale, lift that right leg high. Exhale, just one knee to nose. We hold here for the inhale. And exhale, step that right foot in between our palms. Inhale here as we spin the left toes down 45 degrees. Exhale, bend that front right knee. Inhale, now press into the legs, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Holding here. For this, you do want to aim for the heel to arch alignment. Arms are out to a T. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. And come into your breath again. Take two more deep breaths here. Good. Next, inhale, flip that front right palm up. And now exhale, we're going to bring it overhead as left arm goes down, left leg for reverse warrior. Keep the front knee still bent. You don't want to rest your left hand too heavily on the left knee, so you can always bring it around to your right hip as well. Good. Two more full deep breaths here. Using the next inhale, return to warrior two. And exhale. Inhale, we're going to return warrior one, so pivot on those back toes. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Using that next exhale, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Hold the plank or just meet us in downward facing dog. Resting in child's pose is also an option. Good. Left side, inhale, send those left toes up to the ceiling. Exhale, crunch knee to nose. Hold here for the inhale. Exhale, step the left foot in between the palms. Inhale, we're preparing, so right toes go down 45 degrees. Left knee is bent. Exhale here. Next inhale, really press into the legs. Rise up, warrior one. Use the exhale, open up, warrior two. Same cue as before. Make the micro adjustments you need to settle into this pose. Good. Bringing awareness to your breath now. Good. One more full deep breath in warrior two. Inhale, flip the left palm up to the ceiling. Exhale, send left arm overhead, right arm down the right leg or towards the left hip, reverse warrior. Breathing. Good. Two more deep breaths. Use the next inhale, return yourself, warrior two. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, pivot those back toes, bring the stance a little bit, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the mat, step it back, high plank. You know where we're going. Take the variation and the option you need. Take the rest even. We will meet in downward facing dog. Take two full deep breaths. Good. Let's inhale, send that right leg up to the sky again. Exhale, step the foot right in between the palms. Spin those toes down now. One breath, inhale, we rise up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip that front right palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, return to warrior two. And now exhale, we're going to drop to extended side angle. So right arm comes on top of right knee, left arm swings down and overhead. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, use that left arm, bring yourself back to warrior two. Exhale here. Inhale, pivot those back toes, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. And all together now, we're just going to go back to downward facing dog. No plank, no chaturanga. One clearing breath. And the left side. Inhale, sweep that left leg up. Exhale, just step in between the palms. Spin the right toes down. Bend into the knee and then inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip the palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. One full breath. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, we come into extended side angle. Left arm on top of left knee. Right arm swoops down and overhead. A nice straight line from your right toes all the way up to your right fingertips. Breathing here. Good. One more full deep breath. Inhale, use that right arm. Pull yourself back up, warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, pivot on the toes, warrior one. Exhale, down to the high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, take whatever variation you want. I'm going to do a right side plank. And taking my time to the center, to the left side plank. If you need chest, chin, or resting, it's okay. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Taking your time. Making the most of this practice and what works best for you. Beautiful. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. One clearing breath here. Inhale, bring the gaze forward. Bend the knees. And now exhale, send yourself forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Coming into a little bit of standing work and hip work, because I do plan on getting us into crow prep and crow pose today. So let's work our hips a little bit more and our balance, as we're going to need that, with tree pose. Getting a sip of water first. Ooh. Good. So for tree pose, we're going to start with the right leg. So really root down into your left leg. Bring your hands to heart center. Using your breath and inhaling, coming up on the right toes. And then allowing the palm of your foot to meet the left ankle. Right knee opens up towards the right side. Thighs are squeezing together so you're not completely pressing into the left leg. And you're holding here. If you're feeling like your tree is really strong, really rooted, you can begin to move it up your calf. Maybe even up the thigh. Avoid the left knee altogether. Or even into a half lotus. I don't have the balance, so I'm going to stay in the low tree, and that's fine. Choosing whichever variation of tree pose that calls to you. We'll connect here with our breath. As you inhale, let's send our arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, open up the branches. Allow any wiggles that come in to just happen. Trees aren't perfectly still. The wind blows, so we can shake too. Do you really want to challenge yourself and be very careful? Flutter your eyes closed or just even soften your gaze. You'll find that the challenge of this pose greatly increases. Good. 2 more deep breaths here. You've got this. 1 more. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands back together. Release the leg. Wiggle it on out. Nice job. Let's do the right side or left side. Root in with the right leg, hands to heart center. Inhale, come up on those left toes. And exhale, bottom of the left foot meets the right ankle, opening the left knee up to the side, externally rotating the hip. And mimicking what you did on the right side now with the left. So if you find that you do have better balance, like, look, I do on the left side, I don't want to be completely unbalanced because I didn't go that far on the right, so I'm going to go what I did on the opposite side. Good. From here, using your inhale, send the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, open up your branches. Connect with your breath here. Let the sways happen, it's fun. 2 more deep breaths. Beautiful. Last inhale. Exhale, hands heart center. Release the left leg. Wiggle it on out. Beautiful. So just to give our hips a little bit more love before we get into Malasana and crow pose, we'll step into just a wide-legged fold here. So starting with stepping our legs out wide, hands will come to our hips. Let's inhale, lift the crown, lift the chest. Exhale, hinge and fold, only going halfway to start, so a nice flat back here. Weight is in the heels. Core slightly engaged, so you're not dipping down. Do you want to take the fold all the way down using your breath? We'll inhale here. And exhale, really hinge at the hip coming in. For your hands, you have a lot of variations. They can stay on your hips. They can go down to your big toes. You can walk it out and take a wide-legged down dog. You can even walk it in and pull your thighs, or pull your chest closer to your thighs. And last, and my favorite variation, is getting into the shoulder, so interlacing the fingers and extending the arms up. This really isn't a prep pose for crow pose, but I just really love a good wide-legged forward fold. So staying here for another 4 slow, deep breaths in whichever variation you're choosing. Good, 2 more. You know what, 1 more, because why not? Full inhale. Exhale, let it go. Whichever hand variation you've chosen, let's bring the hands to our hips. And use your next inhale to slowly roll yourself up, 1 vertebrae at a time, keeping the chin tucked until last. And exhale. Good. For Malasana pose, you can step in your feet a little bit more closer to hip distance, but also wider, so you don't want to be out here. Oh, goodness. But more here. So you have 2 ways of getting into Malasana or yogi squat. I like to take little lunges back and forth first, just to love into my hips, and then begin to lower myself down, pivoting my toes and coming in. You also just have the option from up here to just squat on down. Now, for Malasana, we are working to get our heels to touch the mat. However, if you're up here, that's okay. You can start by playing with the angle of your feet. You might find that you can get the heels closer if they're a bit wider apart, as opposed to spinning them in to be parallel with each other. So play around here. You also have the option to put a block under the glutes to support you, so that way you can really work on opening the hips here. Block, book, whatever you have. And once you get cozy in your variation of Malasana, let's bring the hands to heart center, connect with our breath here. One cleansing breath, inhale. Exhale, sigh it out. Good. We're going to start with a little bit of twisting before going into our crow. So for this Malasana twist, take your left hand and place it just in front of your left toes or up on the block. And then inhale, send the right arm up to the ceiling. Staying here, or even taking a bind where the right hand comes back towards the left hip, left arm wraps around the left leg, and maybe your fingertips meet. Mine aren't today, so I'm going to stay here. But the bind is an option. 1 more deep breath. Beautiful. Release the bind, come back, hands to heart center. And we'll switch sides. Right hand in front of right toes, planting firmly, and inhale, send that left arm up to the ceiling. And just like tree pose, my bind is better on one side than the other, but I'm going to do what I did on the other side to stay balanced. But going forward in my next practice, I know that I can do it on one side, so now I'm going to push myself just a little bit to work the other side first, so that way I can get the benefits out of both sides. Good. 1 more full deep breath here. Hands come back to heart center. We can begin to slowly rise out of our squat, pivoting our toes to be parallel with one another, basically coming into a halfway lift. Crow pose now, or crow pose prep. So starting with the prep, I like to make sure my feet are about the same distance of the mat. I'll come into that halfway lift and then fold and bend into my knees so my hands can rest on the mat just in front of my toes. From here, I'm really going to bend so my knees can get into my armpits, or another option is to come all the way down and allow your arms to get squeezed by your legs. So see which variation's a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more easier for you to do. This one can be pretty challenging, so doing this almost chopstick method is very good to start with. And now for crow pose prep, all we're going to do is just begin to shift the weight into our hands. We're not going to lift up or fly yet. We're just going to feel that strength there and then come out. We did a lot of plank stuff earlier, so we might be feeling a little bit tired, or we're feeling a little bit stronger. So again, just shift the weight and hold for a breath or two and come down. So keep doing this shift back and forth, playing with the weight. Maybe you notice as you shift, one toe can come up off the mat and back down. The other toe, down, and then both down. Good. And if you find that even one toe doesn't want to lift off, that's fine, because you still feel all the weight that you're able to hold here, and that is hecka impressive. So go ahead and play with this weight shifting just for a few more deep breaths. Play with the toes lifting up, maybe even both toes lift and you come down and you have a little bit of flight. And if you don't have flight today, that's okay. It will come one day. No worries. If this is a lot, you can always sit in Malasana. Yeah, I'm a little tired, so Malasana is where I will. But I will do one more crow pose prep because I'm the teacher and why not? Let's make this our last attempt, our best one. Good, coming down to Malasana. And then my most elegant transition, just slowly sending the weight back to our glutes and extending our legs long. Great job. You can massage out your hip flexors here a little bit. Show some love to them. Yeah. So doing a couple deep folds here, not too deep as you can. We're going to inhale, lift our arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge and fold. For this fold, you want to avoid over-rounding the shoulders to get the feet, so keep a nice, tall, straight spine. If that means you don't meet the toes and you're at your ankles, that's okay. We're folding from the hips, not the back. If your hamstrings still feel a little tight, you can always take a little bit of a bend in the knees as well. Take two more nice full deep breaths here. Staying here for the inhale. Staying here for the exhale. So I wanted another breath. Inhale, begin to slowly roll yourself back up to a seated posture. Exhale. I'm going to do a tiny bit more work. This next little movement doesn't seem like a whole lot, but I promise you, you will feel it. So keeping your legs straight and as they are, you're going to place your hands in between your knees and your hips. You can slightly lean back here. What we're going to do is with our left leg to start, or you can start with your right leg. My left leg's just facing you, so it's easier to see. Pressing into our palms, maybe shifting our weight back a little bit. We're going to tense up the muscles in our left leg and lift it up off the ground a couple of inches. Inhale. Exhale, bring it down. You really don't have to press into the hands too much, but I also have done this a bit, so maybe I don't need to, but you do, and that's fine. But you're going to really start to feel that in your quad here. A little bit in the core as well. Good, do two more. Last one, you've got this. Good. Sitting forward, massage out that left quad a little bit. Can be pretty intense. And we'll do the opposite leg. So again, planting the hands, slightly sitting back here, engaging the muscles in your leg. Inhale, lift the left right leg up or the left, whichever you just didn't do, and exhale, put it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale. Down. 2 more. Inhale. Down. 1 more. Down. Sit forward. Massage the right quad and the right hip flexor. A little strange, but it will build a lot of strength here, and it also engages the core, which is really nice. Also, working this can eventually help you with handstands because you're learning how to lift the legs. So it's interesting. Lots of fun things you can do with that. Good. So from here, let's take our legs wide and get ready for just a nice, chill, wide-legged forward fold. You can have props to bring the floor closer to you if you like. Let's inhale, sweep the palms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hinge at the hip and fold, walking your hands on down. Just like the other wide-legged forward fold, do not move around in the shoulder to meet the ground. Blocks are helpful, or you just stay propped up here. Keep your feet nice and flexed. Three nice, slow, deep breaths here. You know, let's make it 5. This feels good. Good. 1 more. As you inhale now, slowly begin to walk yourself back on up. Exhale. So you know that fun leg lift we just did? We're going to do it again, but from a wide-legged fold. Well, not wide-legged. Actually, we're not going to do it. I'm looking at the time. So let's just bring our legs together here. Bend into the knees. Hug in. And now exhale. Begin to walk yourself down on the mat. Keeping the knees bent. We'll finish off with bridge pose. So from here, plant your hands right beside you. Bring your heels pretty close to your glutes. You're going to press into your palms, press into your feet. Inhale, tuck the tailbone and lift the hips on up. Exhale, stay here. 3 slow, deep breaths. Last one. Use that exhale to roll yourself on down. Good. We're going to prepare to go again, holding for now 5 breaths. So press the palms, press the feet. Inhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips high. A straight line from your knees down to your shoulders. You can also interlace the fingers, wiggle, walk the shoulders in for a little bit more height and lift. Gaze is up at the ceiling. We have 3 more deep breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, if you're interlaced, go ahead and release. All of us roll ourselves down to the mat. And windshield wipe your knees side to side. Good. From here, let's hug ourselves into a nice tight ball. Exhale, release everything nice and slowly, nice and long. You can bring your arms above your head for a nice full body stretch as you inhale. Tighten every muscle group you can from your toes all the way up to your fingers. Exhale, release it to the mat. Release your arms to the sides. Take up as much space as you like with your legs. Flutter the eyes closed. Release your breath and settle into Shavasana. And as you begin to return from your meditative state, bringing awareness back into your body with gentle movements of the fingers and of your toes. As slowly as you like, you can hug yourself into a tiny ball one final time. And roll onto your right side using your arms as a pillow. Take this time and moment here to honor yourself and the practice that you had today. To honor all the transformation that has occurred within your mind, within your body, and within your soul. As slowly as you like, you may meet me in a comfortable seated position, bringing your hands to heart center and fluttering the eyes closed. If you would like to join me in one Om to end the practice today, you may. Otherwise, we all inhale together no matter what. Thank you all so much for joining me in this practice today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you feel a little bit stronger than when you started. If you have any comments or feedback on that practice, please let me know either here or reaching out to any of my social media accounts. It's all Lexiecoreyoga. Hello, Annie. Thank you. I do a live stream every Friday around this time. My live streams are always the donation, and I always take requests. So if someone told me they wanted strength today, I gave them strength. If someone wants a stretchy class, I'll do that. Just tell me what you want. I'm here to please. I'm here to serve. Annie wants a class of nothing but tree pose. Got it. But yes, so these classes, I'm here to serve. I want to give you what you want. So any comments, feedback, I'm here for it. I'm here to give us something fun and something different every week. I will be incorporating full moon and new moon classes. So this past Monday, there was a full moon class. So I did a class based on moon salutation. So that's a really nice, chill, back and forth, side to side, flowy type of flow. So definitely check that out. And the new moon, I got like my little book here, will be a bonus class as well. When is the new moon in August? That's going to be August 17th or 18th. I don't know. But there'll be an extra class that week too. But yes, thank you for those who have tuned in live and moved with me today. Thank you for meeting me on the mat and just having fun and trying stuff. Thank you to those that will watch this later. Again, I'm here if you need me. Any comments or feedback is always greatly appreciated. Even if you're just like, I didn't like that class, I'd like to know. Here, tell me. I'm here for this open communication. But yes, that is today's class. I hope you all enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm gonna go have some breakfast now. But thank you again. It's always a pleasure to move and breathe with you. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday, and I will see you next week. Goodbye. Oh.